This little piece of land was so important to President Abraham Lincoln's father that he spent years fighting for it. Hey everybody, this is Colonel Carson with Family Tree Nuts, and I'm at the site of Sinking Springs Farm at the Abraham Lincoln Birthplace National Historic Park in Hodgenville, Kentucky. And by the way, if you like these videos and you think we've earned it, please subscribe to our free YouTube channel and click that little bell so you get notifications as to when we post new videos. Don't forget to mash that thumbs up button at the bottom too. In December of 1808, the young family of Thomas Lincoln, Nancy Hanks Lincoln, and baby Sarah Lincoln were so excited when they purchased the farm that they had always wanted. They purchased 300 acres for only $200. That's 67 cents an acre, folks. Just 2 months later, on February the 12th, 1809, Nancy gave birth to a bouncing baby boy, Abraham Lincoln. We know how big of a man he was. I wonder how big of a baby he was. The couple named him after Thomas's father, Captain Abraham Lincoln, a Revolutionary War veteran who in 1786 had been killed by Native Americans working in the fields with his 3 sons. During this same incident, Thomas was only 8 years old and came within a second of being killed also, if not for the expert rifle shot from his oldest brother Mordecai that dropped the Indian dead. Had Mordecai missed or not immediately killed the Indian, young Thomas would have surely been killed. Thomas went on to become the father of the great President Abraham Lincoln. Now let's think about that for a second. One missed shot and Abraham Lincoln doesn't exist. Would we have had a civil war at all? Would the North allow the South to break off for good? Would a different president punish the South even more harshly? I know there are varying thoughts and opinions about Abraham Lincoln in different circles. He is a polarizing figure for sure. But one thing is for sure, if Mordecai Lincoln missed his shot, you can bet that American history would definitely have been different. It's amazing what one moment in time can have on the future of millions. Thomas and Nancy quickly got to work establishing their home place. But in 1811, Thomas got into a land dispute and sadly lost the farm. Thomas was determined to fight the dispute in court, and he knew it would take years, so for the time being, he rented a farm at Knob Creek, which is about 10 miles from here. Baby Abe only lived at this location for about 2.5 years, and he didn't have any memories of this place. But he did at the Knob Creek home place. Thomas was a skilled carpenter and a farmer, and he often traveled the western bluegrass region of Kentucky building mills and other establishments, many of which still stand today. The family rented at Knob Creek until 1816, when the land dispute was finally settled, but sadly, not in their favor. At this time, Thomas was frustrated and, like so many other second-generation Kentuckians, packed up and moved the family to Indiana. Indiana had cheaper land, less population, and more opportunities. Today, here at the park, is the Lincoln Birth Cabin, or some say it is the cabin that was made from the logs of the original cabin that Lincoln was born in. The cabin has a history of its own. Like so many historical relics, there is a dispute if this is the correct cabin or the correct logs. In 1897, it was taken to Nashville to be displayed at the Tennessee Centennial, alongside the birth cabin of Jefferson Davis, to show the humble beginnings of both men. It later was taken to Buffalo, New York, to be displayed at the Pan American Exposition in 1901. The logs were stored in a New York mansion basement until 1909, when they were moved back here. It now has a magnificent shrine built over it. And they had to downsize the cabin a little bit to fit it inside. Also, the park has a helpful visitor center and a museum dedicated to the Lincoln family. They even have the Lincoln family Bible here. Another thing to see here is the sinking spring, which is what the area is known for. It was clearly marked on early maps and was once used as a navigation reference point. When was this magnificent shrine built? Well, on Abe's 100th birthday, February the 12th, 1909, President Theodore Roosevelt was here to lay the cornerstone for this memorial. In 1911, President Taft came to dedicate the memorial. It was the very first monument built to Abraham Lincoln. I wonder how many there are now. I've seen them all over this great country. So here we are at the Lincoln Birthplace National Historic Park in Hodgenville, Kentucky, the birthplace of the great President Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln is a polarizing figure, both in his lifetime and to this day, but no one can deny the great impact he had onto our country that still resonates today. What is your take about President Abraham Lincoln? Make sure you leave us a comment below and let us know. And remember, family tree nuts, let our nuts find the nuts in your family tree.